What you're seeing here are real charts coming from one Power BI visual. And no, you don't need to write Python or R to achieve it. This is the LLM AI Charts custom visual. You can find it in the Power BI Get Visuals gallery and at bizintelligencechampions.com. Let's look at some examples. Here I've got some fake stock price data in my semantic model, including open, close, high, and low prices, and a date. I've added these to an instance of LLM AI charts, and by clicking on Generate, I get an initial chart that happens to be an area chart. I can ask for something else. Let me ask for a candlestick chart instead. After I get that, I'm also going to ask to see the volume as a secondary chart. Now I've got two charts sharing the same scale. Next, I'm going to ask for 50 and 200-day moving average lines. To make it easier to see the bars, I'm going to apply a page filter to just show the last couple of months of data. Notice here we see the colors of the bars more easily, but our moving average lines are only able to see the filter data, which makes it less useful to use a page filter like this. I'm going to jump ahead and show how to deal with that. I've added a date dimension I'm calling filter date. It's not connected to the main table with a direct relationship. I then created a DAX measure that tells me whether any given row in the main table is within whatever filter I choose to apply to the filter date table. And then I add that measure to the LLM AI chart data well, and this technically creates a brand new report request. So I end up losing my original formatting as a candlestick chart, so I've gone ahead and reapplied the previous requests with some small tweaks. Additionally, I'll ask the visual to honor the should display date measure for the purposes of display, but not the calculation of the moving average lines. And this works as expected. I can use a date slicer on the filter date table and effectively zoom in and out of my stock data with correct moving average lines. Let me ask to change this into an area chart whose data points represent the closing price at the end of each month. For the next prompt, I'm going to ask to add glyphs to represent whether a month's closing price is higher or lower than the previous month. And finally, I'm going to change where the y-axis starts. I'll ask for a calculation here, 80% of the minimum value. To achieve these kinds of visualizations, there are options in Power BI today, but I want to emphasize the lack of Python and R and JSON and manual configuration that you've seen here. I'm going to demonstrate a final variation where I've created a data card, but I've added a background line chart and included some logic related to colors. I listed the different prompts used as part of its creation, and it's worth noting, it's not always a straight line to your solution. The ability to move backward and forward with versioning is a big benefit. What I'm showing here is the version history that gets built and helps you identify where you might want to roll back or forward to. This is available on your bizintelligencechampions.com account page. There's a specific setting I want to draw attention to. Look for the render type to be extended in future versions. Stay tuned for more. Come learn more at bizintelligencechampions.com, where you can get a free trial for all our visuals, and subscribe to this channel to stay tuned for more features as they're released.